Hi, I'm Connie from Connie's Kitchen. We are back at the lodge for episode 46, I think. And this is my good friend Joe Burchill. I call him J. Michael, but everybody else calls you Joe. And we've known each other since the 80s, I think, when I lived in Northville and you were my office guy from Redford Office Supply.
Yep,
And
that's true.
We discovered a mutual love of good wine, cheap wine, herbs, and cooking. And I'll just say it right now so I don't forget. I've used the phrase on the show, this is the guy. Sometimes you have to cook a lobster. It started right here with him, and he didn't do it in front of me, obviously. But no, we got together and cooked. You were reminding me of a Thanksgiving when you missed your Thanksgiving, so I gave you a raw turkey to cook.
I walked in, said hi. She said, close your eyes and hold your hands out. Next thing I know, I've got a 12-pound turkey in my hands, and I said, what should I do with this? And she said, cook it.
Yeah, and it was delicious.
It was.
See, I've never had a problem sharing my kitchen space. So you're taking the lead today, and I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do.
Oh, that'll be a first.
Within reason.
Well, today we're going to use a little chicken. We're at the time of year when it's just wonderful outside. We still have a few warm days left, so we want to grab the outside time as we can with friends and family. So what I thought is, rather than do sort of a grill thing, we look at a picnic kind of meal, something that you can also use for like a little plates dinner or appetizer, something like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make chicken piccata a la Delta.
I don't know what the Delta part is, but it makes it sound fancy.
I'm going to take the chicken, prepare it in a typical chicken piccata sense. Then we're going to cut it up and make a chicken salad, which we can make ahead of time and serve cold for the picnic. Along with that, we're going to do a couple of sides. We've got some bok choy. We're going to make a special coleslaw with that, but instead of using cabbage, we're going to use the bok choy cut up. In addition, in spite of current prejudice against peas in this kitchen, we're going to make a cold pea salad with fresh peas and some lavender.
Peas. They're not frozen peas.
No, we don't use frozen.
And I got out this bowl to work as a little garbage bowl for when you trim the chicken.
Okay.
Put it in here, put it right in the sink.
Sounds good.
And then we'll get rid of your cutting board. That's why I got out a spare.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start.
Yeah. So I just picked up like a major, I didn't know how you wanted to cut it down. Are you going to make it thin?
Oh, yes. Well, what I'm going to do, because of the tendency today, even with some free-range brands of very large chicken breasts, I'm going to slice it the long way and make them into cutlets. You can buy cutlets at the store. If you're getting the fresh breasts at the butcher counter, ask them to cut them for you if they don't have them.
And if you have to buy cutlets packaged, it's exactly the same, and it's like $2 a pound more.
Yes.
So take a moment to... Now, I've noticed with these two, I always take this off because that is like a fatty, chewy piece there.
Yes. We want to trim this up a little bit. This is another reason to maybe ask your friendly butcher and have a good relationship with your butcher by all means. And prepare your chicken for you. That'll make it a little bit easier in the kitchen. But if you like the hands-on thing like I do, you can take care of it yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to slice it the long way.
Are we done with this?
Yes, we are. Very carefully.
And then once it's sliced, how are you going to prepare it?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dredge it in breadcrumbs. I'm not going to use an egg wash. I don't want a coating on it. Now, if your chicken breasts...
Don't mind me, I'm cleaning up after you. My favorite thing to do in the kitchen.
Cool. I don't mind it at all. If the chicken breasts are still a bit thicker, you can pound them down if you have one of those meat mallets and stuff like that. Just cover it with a little bit of plastic wrap so it doesn't spray all over the place.
I don't have a meat mallet up here, and I should. I use mine at home all the time.
Okay.
I don't know why I don't have one here. Put that on my list. Honey, I need a meat mallet for Christmas. Now that you don't buy me crock pots anymore, thank goodness. How much of this do you want?
Keep going. Are you going
to season this at all?
Well, I was going to put Parmesan cheese in there.
Wait a minute.
The only problem is I found out another prejudice.
This Parmesan cheese?
Yes, but we're not going to do that.
You can use it if you want to. If you're cooking,
it's okay.
I'll
go with the rules of the kitchen.
Shaved.
I'll just put this away.
Yes, and we also don't use Cool Whip. Is that enough for this? Or you want more?
Just a little bit more because I've got to coat both sides of that.
So is there going to be any other seasoning in here?
No, not
salt, pepper,
no, not at that time.
Garlic?
Yeah, a little salt and pepper.
Salt, pepper, garlic. Now, those of you that watch Connie's Kitchen know that this is fresh ground peppercorns that I put in the shaker because it's easier to use. And Breton salt today. By the way,
it's a
the
grinder.
top comes off. Yeah, it's a grinder.
Okay, I've got chicken
Go
hands.
wash your hands. We're very careful of chicken up here. So I'm grinding some sea salt. I'm just stepping in here to grind some sea salt. Not a lot. Here, use this towel because I already touched it to chicken.
Okay.
Get that out of the way. Okay, I've got your salt and pepper into the breadcrumbs. Give me that.
Thank you.
Into the biz bag.
All right.
You can put the panko away. And so now what are you going to, you want to coat it? You want to start that? Get
Yes.
that warm?
Yeah.
Put some
That's
oil
what
in
we'll
there.
do.
Olive oil. Okay, first you have to set it, turn it to light.
Oh.
And then you adjust from there.
I've got electric. This
Yeah.
is way different.
I know. All right, do we need oil in there?
Yes.
Okay, you got the oil.
What we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of olive oil. If you want, you could use peanut oil if you don't care for the olive oil taste.
I was going to use walnut oil, but he said no.
You could try that, but
I like the nutty flavor and things.
Okay.
Do you want some of this cheese in here?
yes. Why don't we put some of that cheese in there?
Why don't we put some of that cheese in there? See, this is the good kind of cheese. And it's kind of big, so I'm just going to kind of mush it a little bit as I throw it in. Oh, that smells good. I was going to get a block and grate it, but they didn't have any blocks this morning, so I got this. Is that enough? You want more?
That's good.
Okay.
That's
so-
good. I tasted it before. It's
Yeah.
good. I like
See,
cheese.
and that other garbage in the container, that doesn't smell good at all.
It smells
No,
like
it's not garbage.
It smells like pine.
It did. So this is going to coat the chicken. Now, how long? This chicken is not going to take long to brown at all.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Cool.
And spend a little time in the kitchen the night before. Take care of it. Now, what?
Well, chicken, this kind of stuff is great because, keep working, because you can do it ahead and throw it in the fridge. That's why we're going to probably do a final prep in a bowl that has a lid. Or if you're going to transport it someplace like, to, well, I like to picnic at the cemetery because the cemetery here in Oxford is beautiful and it's old and it's beautifully kept. And I'm actually going to do a cemetery tour there. I am going to portray
Really?
Hannah Hovey. I had 12 children. But oddly enough, and this is completely at random, she and her husband were the first innkeepers, if you will, in Oxford. So imagine that.
You might be channeling her before you know it.
I know it. There's the chicken towel again. Hand it back to me. So that's coming up in October. So we're going to get this onto the heat. That's what Joe's about to do. We're going to grab the sizzle before we go to break. So I'm sure we've got a sizzle happening there. Oh, yeah. Okay, grab your chicken.
Ready?
Yep, I'm going to get out of your way.
Okay, we're all set. We're going to take this and put it right in. Carefully.
Ready for the sizzle?
I use the tongs.
Ready? Here goes the
Oh.
sizzle.
Yeah, they come up. Does this thing come off? I can't drive it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
He's very adept in the kitchen, don't you know? Actually, I have fancier toys now than I did 30 years ago. Really? Oh, I guess listen.
We still cook, though.
Listen. I'll take this.
Well, I'll need this.
No, I'm going to wash it. 'Cause you're
Well, I'm
such-
going to flip it.
I know, but I'm going to wash it first because you're
Okay.
just such raw.
Okay.
So there we go. So we're going to take a break, let this start to do its thing, and we're going to watch it. And then we come back, we'll go on to whatever's next.
Right.
Whatever
Okay.
you say is next.
Of course, the way
Sir.
it should be. All right, thanks.
We'll see you shortly. What do you mean the way it should be?
I call you and say, I'm with the IRS. You owe back taxes, and if you don't pay today, you're going to jail. You can fix this by sending cash. Did you actually believe me? Too smart to fall for it? Well, last year, Americans paid $100 million to guys like me. 1 in 6 people were scammed. Can you believe it? Well, you shouldn't. I just made that up, too. You are a little gullible.
Just think, what if we didn't have local TV and radio? Where would I go for local sports, local politics, a mayor, city council, stuff that affects me every day? How about health? Who's covering things that endanger my family? I need to know now, as it happens, from sources I trust, people in my community. No agenda, no bias like you find on cable and social media, just facts. For news I can trust, I stay local. Support your local station. Text TV to 52886 today.
Excuse me. We're back. I was just de-chickening the cutting board so that we could have another cutting board. So where are you on this?
Okay.
It smells so good in here. It just smells so
At
good.
this point, I sautéed the chicken. Thank you. It looks good. It is cooked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the pan.
You can smell the Parmesan and the panko. It just, oh, that smells good. See, simple is always the best.
It is great.
And you just pointed out there's really no reason to deglaze the pan.
Right. Normally with a chicken piccata, if you're not dealing with a non-stick, you need to deglaze it with something acidic like a white wine or lemon. But we don't need to do that here. I would have used lemon myself, but we could just add that directly to the bowl we're going to use. The white wine, I would think for something like this, because we're going to have a little creaminess with the dressings we're going to make for these salads, something drier, like a Pinot Grigio would be very good.
You'll notice there's not a lot in that bottle because somebody got into my supply back there. So hopefully, if you want some, that's about as much as there is.
Yes.
Do you need a lemon? Oh, look at the water stains on that glass. No, don't. Do you need the lemon cut and juiced? Or are you going to zest it first? Or do you want me to chop parsley?
I don't know.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to start cleaning the parsley.
That's fine.
So you can continue talking
Actually,
about
I cleaned the parsley before.
No,
you're going to pick it.
Stem it, yeah.
Okay, stem it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting up the chicken. Doesn't have to be.
It's going to be bite size?
Doesn't have to be precise.
No.
But we do want it bite size. We don't want big chunks. We want a fork. We don't want to have a knife there. Because when you're on a picnic, you don't want to put the paper plate on your lap and start cutting.
We don't do paper plates here, even on picnics. We have dishes that we take, and if they go outside and they get broken, that's okay.
Things are so different in South Lyon.
Because we are not animals. I will use paper napkins on a picnic, though.
But I heard there's unicorn sightings around here.
Always. Oh, the unicorns up here are great. They help me with the housework. They help me with the yard work. They steal things, and then they bring me things. They're always here. So, well, that's why I was at. Oh, look at how beautifully that's cut. Because I'm always saying I'm not a big precision cutter, but that's beautiful.
It's the ISTJ talking. It's just something that I do.
Well, you know what I do, and on the show I do a lot of chopping and such. I think it's very therapeutic. There's something very zen about doing it, even when I'm talking and just doing it. And it's fascinating to watch, isn't it? Look at that. He didn't drop a piece.
I did. Right there.
Did you? Okay.
Yes, I am fallible.
Well, I'm just going to. That chicken is perfectly cooked. The nice thing, as I was saying earlier about chicken salad, chicken is so basic. You can make so many different variations. You can make it hot, you can make it cold, and it's inexpensive, and it's fast. So it's just the perfect thing for up here.
When I was doing a little research on what I was going to make, after I was told, oh no, lobster's not in the budget.
Well, we already did a lobster.
That too. And I didn't see that episode, so I didn't know. I checked my research team, and there was, I said, if I were to walk up to your place and I said, I have some chicken, what should I make for you? I was told chicken piccata, and I like that.
Oh, I love chicken.
And I started thinking about how to prepare it as a salad. I was told chicken Alfredo, which is a little bit of a challenge there, but I told the person who suggested that to me that I'd look into that. And chicken parm, and I think I've got a solution for that.
This is almost a chicken parm, though.
Well, it's got the Parmesan cheese, but I'm thinking more of the Italian type. With tomato sauce, things like that. But some fresh cut up heirloom tomatoes would be very good, but that's another show. All right, we've got this. We're going to take a lemon. I like to roll it a little bit.
Ready for this? The man brought his own zester. Not only does he, this is the one I have at home. I love this. Not only does he know how to use it, he owns one, which is very cool.
This is the traveling one. This is not the one I use in the kitchen all the time.
Of course. Everyone has to have a traveling zester. I'll put that on my Christmas list too.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and chop this parsley up real quick and get it out of the way.
I'm juicing half a lemon. So we've got the piccata, the little tang to this. Some people like a lot of lemon juice in there. Some people not so much. That's individual taste, so you can do pretty much what you'd like. I'm just going to put a little bit because I don't want to overwhelm it. And that's a little too much for the amount of chicken we have. So I'm just going to kind of drizzle it on there. Let me move this out of the way. Thank you.
I chopped the parsley. Smell.
Thank
I know
you.
you're watching, but smell. Breathe. All right, so how are we going to
Do I have
dress?
this turned on all right? Oh,
Yeah, it just comes out that little slot.
okay.
There you go. You have it turned on right. It's a manual, Joe.
Oh, I thought it was a digital. Okay. All right.
I don't do digital.
Okay, now, because I want a little more lemon flavor, but not so much bite, I'm going to zest some of the rind right in there.
Yeah, we zest a lot. As a reminder, you don't want to go down to the white, but there's so much flavor in citrus peel. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, all that is so good. So we do that a lot. Look at all that flavor he's getting right there. That's all flavor.
Without a lot of the acidic quality that will make a lot of people pucker.
I mean, I like the acidic quality, but, you know, that's just me.
So that's just about enough.
That wasn't what you wanted. That was over here.
Okay.
Watch out, I'm behind you.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
And we've got some, thank you, we've got some parsley.
Parsley, fresh
Thank
chopped,
you. Fresh chopped.
in the chopper. I was given a choice whether I wanted to do it by hand or, of course, I'm going to choose the chopper.
It is for the time being Connie's kitchen
That's right.
until your letters start coming in.
Well, you will come back. Now
Right.
that you've finally been here, you will come back.
Sure.
Yes, you will.
That sounds good.
Where does the garlic go?
The garlic should have gone in the pan, saute pan.
Okay, so we forgot the garlic. That's not a problem. I always call those happy accidents, though, because it didn't hurt it any that it's not there.
Right.
I just tasted a bit of that chicken. It's got wonderful flavor with just the parm and salt and pepper and panko on it. Not that I always say you don't need garlic, because you always need garlic. Always have to have garlic.
I add only a little bit of mayo as I go along. I don't want it swimming in mayo, and I don't want it to be mayo flavored. Just enough
a binder.
to kind of coat it, keep it together. Exactly.
And you said also you would do sour cream.
Yes, you could
Or
if you
Greek
don't.
yogurt.
Correct. If you want like light mayo, that's fine too.
No, light nothing. Don't use it at all if you have to use light stuff. All right, you keep mixing. When we come back, we're going to put the rest of this together, and then we're going to eat. So yeah, you could use any of those basic, because it's like a binder. Depending on the flavor you like. Sour cream, Greek yogurt. What is it? Not mascarpone. What's the other Italian kind of creamy cheese? Ricotta.
Yep.
You could use ricotta.
Yep. Anything to hold it together. The ricotta might fight a little bit with the parm. We
Yeah.
want that flavor to come through definitely. But something along that line. You can recognize everything in there because the mayo is not covering it all up. Did you want to put a little granulated garlic in there or no?
If you want.
Yeah. Let's just put a little pinch. Not much. I wish I could have put the fresh, especially since I asked Connie to go out and buy some at the store for me.
But I had it in the fridge, so it's no big deal.
I've never really cooked with an assistant before who actually did what I asked her to do.
As long as you don't make a mess, we'll get along just fine.
I think we're doing okay right now.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good. You can set it aside, put it in the fridge, cover it, of course, until picnic time.
Okay. We'll cover it up. And we'll be back in a minute when we're going to do something with these vile peas and the bok choy.
What could you lose in a home fire? Your possessions? Your home? Your memories? Don't let your world go up in smoke. Make sure you have working smoke alarms and keep children 3 feet away from anything that gets hot, because fire is everyone's fight.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. And there's one thing we're focused on here at St. Jude, and that's beating this thing.
We're back, and this is bok choy. This is baby bok choy.
baby
I didn't
bok
know
choy.
which bok choy you wanted, so what you're going to do something to that?
Yes. A couple things I forgot. I'm sorry. It's been a while since we've cooked together, and I'm very excited to be here. Plus, it's that camera thing. I forgot to add the capers, which I am doing now.
Have to have capers.
Brined capers. You could use a small or large.
Have to have capers.
Definitely. Capers are
so good.
fantastic.
Did you want some more cheese on there?
Yeah, a little more cheese on there.
Exact measure is always very important. This is kind of like a bouquet or a corsage
The
or a fan.
The capers are part of a chicken piccata. A little extra actually make it the a la Delta.
Ah. Okay, and then you're going to throw in some more garlic?
Yes, I forgot to put garlic in the saute pan, so we're going to use a little granulated garlic. That's a fun thing. You can just kind of, wing it as you go. You can say, gee, I don't like that. I don't like capers.
Always. See, that's how things happen. That's
I don't like pine-flavored
cheese.
cheese.
So now that's done, right?
This is done. We're just going to give it a little toss. We're going to set it aside, let those flavors mingle a little bit. That's why overnight is good if you can make it the day before, because the flavors just go all through there.
There you go. Didn't want you to waste that spoon.
Oh yeah, no.
All right, so show us what you're going to do with the bok choy.
With the bok choy,
I've cooked bok choy, but I haven't done like this preparation before.
I didn't have cabbage. I had bok choy because I was into Asian cooking at the time. And I liked it. I liked the flavor, so I was playing around one day, and I decided to make coleslaw with it. So I took it.
I made coleslaw with Brussels sprouts.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I
So
don't like Brussels sprouts, and I liked it. Now, is your coleslaw-ish thing going to be on the creamy side with the mayo or the oily side with the oil?
that's the beautiful thing about coleslaw. You can go one way or the other. But since we've used mayo with the chicken piccata, and we're going to use a little bit of mayo, or again, you could use sour cream or whatever. With the pea salad, we're going to go a little more oil vinaigrette with the bok choy.
Cool.
So it doesn't have to be all shredded up so it's unrecognizable. What I like about cooking with food is recognizing what the food is.
As opposed to cooking with something other than food. I don't know what that would be. You want a bowl? Did I give you a bowl for that? I thought I did.
Yeah, it's back there. I moved it.
And we're going to use some walnut oil. Michael hadn't used this before.
No, first time.
And he asked for something else, and I said, no, we're going to use this. And it's funny, when you use this walnut oil, if you use it in a hot preparation, that nutty flavor and aroma just goes over the top. All right, so let's not chop the whole thing up for right now. Just enough. I'll get this
To get the idea.
This will not go to waste. Nothing goes to waste. Can I start doing something with the peas?
Actually, the peas are not going to take long at all.
Do you want lemon juice on the peas?
If you'd like to put lemon juice on the peas, that's
Would you
fine.
like
It's
lemon
right
juice
there.
on the peas?
Just a hint of lemon juice. Squeezed. Squoze.
Squoze.
I cook, I don't English.
I know.
Okay, so we did a rough cut on that, more like a chopped salad cut than a slaw cut, which I think kind of ruins the vegetable. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of this. I heard it comes out pretty quickly.
It does. And now, as a good assistant, while you're doing that, I'm just going to do that.
Without being asked, of course, like a good assistant does.
Because I can't anticipate.
And we've cooked together before.
We have.
And I know better than to get in her way.
Hey, I let you take. You've taken the lead on us cooking together more often than I have. I just happen to be, the
when
celebrity.
When you have turkey thrust upon you.
Yeah, but I made the stuffing that day.
You did.
He had been talking about doing some kind of weird apple nut oyster. I'm sorry, I'm a traditional stuffing person.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I just threw the mayo, some salt and pepper into the peas. A little bit too much mayo, I think, so I'm going to get rid of just a little bit of that.
Now, if you want to get a little fancier than just a basic slaw, and I'm really just looking at something with a little vinegar to kind of cut through the other salads, sort of like a palate cleanser. So I would leave it like this as a sort of a slaw, or chopped salad. If you want to put in cherry tomatoes or cut up some heirlooms, something like that, little red onion, turn it into a salad, that's fine. Do what you want. Have fun in the kitchen. If you're not having fun cooking, you shouldn't cook.
Isn't that what I always tell you?
You should go out.
So let me get a plate because I want to plate this up.
Okay.
So here's a plate, and here's the chicken. Sorry, I'm stuck on my knife. So, and that's all I did. That's just the mayo. Some of the lavender. I used some edible lavender.
Any herb you have. What Connie has done, she is brilliant, of course, but you know that if you've seen the show before. There's a lot of those little dip mixes with a whole bunch of different herbs. Connie cooks with them. It's sort of like a pre-made mix of herbs, and a lot of them are really great for just, throwing on chicken, throwing it under the broiler in the oven, throwing in salads.
And they're so concentrated, you're using little bits.
Yep.
So,
yep. There's all sorts of things like that out on the market.
You always have cool stuff on hand. So, all right, go ahead, serve up.
Okay.
Look at me, folks. I mixed pea salad. I'll do my spiel real quick here while he's serving up. This is Connie from Connie's Kitchen, here with J. Michael Burchill today.
Hi.
You can always reach me at 248-933-4579. You can hit me up at my email, stormy3958@att.net. You can check out our Facebook page, which is Treetop Lodge Oxford, or our beautiful website, which is not updated regularly. Check out the Facebook page. But the website is gorgeous. That's treetoplodgeoxford.com. We've got a lot coming up. We've got weddings. We've got wine dinners, both September and October. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
And we've got weddings, and we've got scrapbooking, and so much coming up. And the holidays, it's might be gorgeous, but it's still time to think about the holidays. So do that. Give me a call. Come on up and visit. You can come up and do what he's doing. I got a lot of fun guests lined up, but we're going to keep filming, so the more the merrier. My friend Jackie's coming next week, and we are going to make mac and cheese with white cheddar and Dijon. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Look at that. And I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and I get to be the one to taste it. Oh, that's fresh. It just tastes fresh. Not overdone. Did you put the vinegar on here or just the oil?
I put the vinegar on there too.
Okay. Oh, I love that. That plays off using this especially, with the pomegranate, plays off the bitterness of the bok choy.
Okay, good, good.
And believe it or not, even though I said I wouldn't, I have to. Fresh peas, sweet.
Gives a little bit of crunch. Those were not cooked or prepared. I just took them out of the pod, and that's it. Pinot Grigio, something on a drier white wine, but drink what you like.
Yep.
If you're going for a beer, I'd go for something like a Stella, something with a finer carbonation. Just would suit this very well.
Oh, this is really nice. And I would follow this up with fresh fruit for dessert. Just something sweet and a sweet bite, maybe a little touch of chocolate. Always have to have chocolate.
Yeah.
So we're out of time, but we have a great lunch, and I'm so glad you were here.
Thanks, Connie.
I have missed you so much. And this is not going to happen. We're back together now, and he's going to be stuck with me again, and you know what that's like. So
I'll have to figure out something.
I hope that's a good
next time.
I hope that's a good thing. So until next time, be nice to one another. Remember the promise. I'm getting a lot of feedback on that, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You actually brought me pictures of my very first kitty, Guido, and I put them away, but I'm going to bring them out the next time we film and show you next to a picture of my Tommy, and you'll understand the attraction. And you shared those with me and brought back some great memories today, and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Also a picture of Gibbon the Troubadour, Gero Lamadon, who is a very good friend of mine. So anyway, I'm not going to rattle on any longer. We're going to have lunch, and you're going to come back soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me here. This is great. I loved it. I'd like to come back.
It took 30 years to get you here.
I'll be back sooner than that.
I hope so.
Thanks for watching. It's great. I hope you like it. Enjoy your food. Thanks, Delta, for the idea. See you next time.
We'll see you soon. Oh, this chicken is wonderful.
Good.
Wonderful.